Hey everyone, I wanted to try explaining RAG in my own words through the help of Notebook LLM. So here we go. So we all know that large language models are incredibly powerful. They are creative, abstract, and can brainstorm like crazy. But if you have ever tried to use them for serious business, you know there's a missing piece. That missing piece is what we call the retrieval connection. It's about taking that creative brain and physically linking it to actual factual data. So in this video, we are trying to break down RAG, which is called Retrieval Augmented Generation, not graph. It's a generation, and show you how to stop your AI from guessing and start getting it to actually know things. Here's the problem we are facing. We call it the LLM paradox. These models are brilliant, but they have some serious flaws. First, they are frozen in time. They have a knowledge cutoff, so they don't know about the game last night or your new product launch. Even worse, they hallucinate. They will confidently lie to your face, inventing video titles of facts that sound plausible but are totally made up. And finally, they are blind to your private data. They don't know your HR policies or customer secrets, which makes them pretty useless for company specific tasks. So how do we fix this? The best way to think about it is an exam. A standard AI is taking a closed book exam. For example, here they talk about a judge making a ruling relying only on their memory of the law. They might misremember a stature. RAG flips this to an open book exam. Now that same judge sends a law clerk to the library to find the exact precedents before making a decision. This gives you an answer that is grounded, accurate, and actually verifiable. So let's define it. RAG stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. It's a framework that connects your AI to trusted external data at the exact moment you ask a question. It works by acting like a law clerk. It finds the relevant info, adds it to your prompt, and tells the AI, hey, answer the user, but only use the information I just gave you. This fills the knowledge gap without us having to spend millions retraining the model from scratch. So, how do we build this? So, there are two phases of making this work. Phase one is building your library. We start by loading your messy data. It could be PDFs, wikis, transcripts, but the AI can't digest that all at once. So we chunk into smaller pieces. And there's different ways of chunking, which we won't go in detail here, but moving on. And then comes the magic part, embeddings. So we use a model to translate those text chunks into numerical vectors, basically lists of numbers that represent the meaning of the words. We store those in a vector database so we can search through them incredibly fast later on. Phase two is what happens when you actually ask a question. Let's say you ask, what is the company's pet policy? The system takes your question and translates it into the same numerical language of vector. It then runs a semantic search. It's not looking for keywords, it's looking for meaning. It retrieves the relevant chunks from your database, glues them to your original question, and sends that new super prompt to the LLM. The result, a grounded answer with citations. Does this actually matter though? Absolutely. Look at the difference. Without RAG, if you ask about pets, the AI just guesses. It says, sure, bring your pet, check with HR. It sounds nice, but it's generic fluff. With RAG, they can also hallucinate, by the way, in there. With RAG, look at that precision. It quotes the handbook. Section 4.b, it knows dogs must be under 50 pounds and vaccinated. This is the difference between a creative writing exercise and an actionable business answer. So this is why RAG is becoming the standard for reliable enterprise AI. It solves the hallucination problem by grounding the model in fact. It allows you to use your private data securely. And honestly, it saves money. You don't need to retrain a model every time your policy changes. You just update the document in the database. Plus, because it cites sources, your users can actually trust what it says. We are seeing this power a whole new generation of apps. It's transforming customer support bots so they actually know the manuals. It's building knowledge engines like JetBlue's BlueBot that let employees chat directly with internal data. It's even being used for complex financial and medical research. Now, the question we get asked sometimes is, should we use RAG or fine tuning? And I can talk about fine tuning in a different video. Fine tuning is like sending a person to medical school. It teaches them how to talk and think like a doctor. RAG is giving that doctor a medical textbook to look up the specific treatments. RAG is for facts, fine tuning is for style and behavior. The best part, you don't have to choose, you can combine them to get the best of both worlds. So if you're looking to build this, here's the anatomy of the stack. You start at the bottom with your data sources. You process them with embedding models. You store them in vector database like Pinecone or ChromaDB. Then you have an orchestration layer, something like LangChain to manage the flow. And finally, sitting on top is the LLM itself, like GPT-4 or Gemini, delivering the experience to your user. But we aren't stopping at just answering the questions. The future is agentic. Traditional RAG just retrieves info. Agentic RAG reasons. An AI agent acts like a project manager. It breaks down a complex goal, decides which tool it needs. Maybe it checks the web, queries an SQL database, and looks at a PDF and then synthesizes it all into a plan. It's not just answering, it's executing tasks. So here's the takeaway. Standard LMs are powerful, but they are limited by what they learn during training. RAG bridges the gap to reality. It gives you trustworthy, accurate, and context-aware AI. If you want to build AI that actually works for business, this is the architecture you need to know. So hopefully you learned something new, and thank you so much.